Chào mừng quý vị và các bạn đã quay trở lại với audio Hoàng Hải. Và hôm nay thì tôi đang có mặt tại phòng nghe của showroom để góp mặt trong cái chuyến thăm và làm việc của Mr. Jerome Andre, đại diện của Wadax. Nhân cái dịp chuyến thăm này thì tôi sẽ có một cái buổi phỏng vấn để ông Jerome Andre có thể chia sẻ về lịch sử công ty, những thành tựu mà công ty đã đạt được, cũng như là những cái công nghệ đặc biệt và dự định của Wadax trong thời gian tiếp theo. Alright, Mr. Jerome Andre, can you introduce some important milestone in Wadax history?
Yes, of course. So first, thank you for having me here today in Vietnam. Very happy to be back, especially to talk about Wadax. Wadax is a Spanish company established in the 90s in Spain, and their dedicated task was always to try to reproduce the best sound as possible, as many companies that did, but especially in exploring uncharted fields, especially in the digital domain. There are some conventional way to convert the digital into analog, and Wadax really opened new perspective into these fields, into the digital technology. And in the 90s, Angel and Javier Guadalajara created Wadax. And in the 2010-15, after 20 years of deep engineering, they started to launch the first big product, the Pre-1. That was an all-in-one DA converter, phono, and with many features. And it is based on a product which is called the feed-forward technology. It's a music chip. So Wadax is one of the only company in the world to own his own chip for converting the digital signal into analog.
So not many people knows about the team behind Wadax and the founder. So could you describe more about the founders?
Of course. So the company is based in Madrid, Spain, the capital of Spain. And the Wadax name comes from Guadalajara. It's the name of Javier. But Guadalajara is very difficult to say. So Guadalajara finally went into Wada, and the X for digital, Wadax. This is how it started. And Javier is very unique in our industry, because we also know that the industry is also known in our industry for companies buying products from the shelves from others and creating from their products. Wadax has a total different approach. Javier is very unique on his own, and he has 3 different degrees in engineering, one in acoustics, one in electronics, in the signal, and one in telecommunication. So it's very, very unique to have all these features in his hand and in his brain, but also is around him is a team. A big engineer team that is growing and growing every year. And on the last 5 years, the team has been really expanding a lot. And today I can say that the music chip is really unique in our industry. We are the only one today to really have this chip made on our own. And everything which is inside is more than 20 proprietary technologies in these products. So we are really very unique, and we can control everything in-house. We can control, understand, and also have the total control also on the R&D, but also on the service if needed, because we have the power. We have the understanding and the power on this. So total today in Wadax is more than 20 people. And in the future, it will be more and more, because there are many new projects that are coming in the next month that I'm pretty sure you guys will be very happy to learn. I cannot tell you more now, but in a few months, you will discover some very exciting news about Wadax.
The third question is actually about the music chips. So isn't know that Wadax has worked very hard to research and develop the music chip. So what is unique about it, and what's the benefit that it brings?
This chip, it's a powerful tool really at the service of the music. Once again, when you listen to a Wadax system, the most important thing, it's not a digital or analog tool, it's a musical system. And at the end, what makes the big difference between all the different competitors in the market today is that the musical signature from the Wadax is absolutely immediately recognizable. So if I go into details, when Javier and the team started to work on this music chip, the musical mathematical calculation was very, very hard to achieve. It was a cluster of 64 DSP in parallel, 64 DSP in parallel to create the calculation power to do the calculation to achieve what the company did. And after 5 years, in 2018, the new chip, Music 2, has 128 a bit of calculation potential and 6.4 gigabytes per second of data transfer. This is absolutely huge.
The Wadax Atlantis reference DIC is very sophisticated and well developed. So what makes it different from the other high-end DIC?
Okay. So as you can see here, first of all, the size. And the size, as I told you, the form is in the function. The function is that, number one, every circuitry, every board is isolated, is totally decoupled from the grounding, so no contamination at all, thanks first by 2 external power supplies. Inside you have the biggest and the highest calculation potential from the market today, 128 bits and in DSP, and also by the connection between all the external elements, the server or the future transport, together with an optical cable that also will make this product absolutely unique and totally apart from what you have on the market today.
So what is the Wadax product development philosophy and the exclusive technology in Wadax system?
So as you can see here, the products are pretty unusual in their shape and in their size. And the size is not only due to the design adapts to the technology, and those products are, as we are commonly say, full like an egg. They are full of boards for some reasons. Number one, here we have the reference line, so the reference server, the reference DA converter with their power supply, dedicated power supply, which are external here, left and right. And the task of Wadax is to be able to convert the signal as pure as possible. And what is one of the biggest problem in the conversion is that there are many parameters that are contaminating the signal when converting from digital to analog. Some jitter, some contamination from the power supply, some contamination also from many other elements, cables and so on that are polluting the conversion. And what Wadax has been able to design is this chip called the music chip. It required years and years of developments, and now we are at the 3rd generation of this chip now with 128 bits, gigabits. So it's a really huge development. So I will repeat it. It's 128 bits of internal processing, so calculation is extremely accurate. But not only the calculation is important here. This chip is the only one that is capable of predicting what will be the pollution generated by the system and anticipating by changing the input signal, so the contamination will not occur into the signal during the conversion. So here you have a very exclusive music server. And one also of the very important features is that the cable that is connected to the DAC is a proprietary technology using a fiber optic connection in order, once again, also to avoid any contamination in the signal. In terms of design, as you can see, the design, and you asked me in your question, is also always in the form and the function. The main idea from Javier, the CEO of Wadax, was to recreate some kind of a Formula One steering wheel. And you can see here, we are something like a little bit like a racing tool. And the digital display, we have a tactile display here. We have some very unique functions in the optical fiber on the USB to change the digital wavelengths control. And the DA converter is also totally isolated from the ground and the power through the huge dedicated power supplies. So all in all these make this feature absolutely unique in terms of calculation, in terms of isolation, in terms of power supply, and in terms of technology internally.
So I already saw the new transport of Wadax in the last minute hãng show. So is this already released or just a prototype?
So this is now in pre-series, and the production is starting next month. So by March, the transport of the reference family to expand the reference family will be deliverable and will be on the audiophile room, we hope. And this transport is in the same DNA as the server and the DAC from the reference, with totally unique and extremely exciting technologies that you will be able to discover very soon in your showroom.
Could you reveal something about any future plan from Wadax?
So, of course, Wadax will go on expanding the reference family with the transport, with maybe new products in the future. And the plan is that we are also expanding in a new product category that will also very soon come into the market in a lower price range. This is the plan, but and it will be a whole family also, but always with the same target to create a new benchmark in the industry in this price point. So a lot of exciting things to come.
Yeah. So thank you for all your questions.
Thanks a lot also for your time.
Yeah.